Welcome to Star Secrets by Brooke, where fame gets real. Secrets, all with a touch of elegance. Hit subscribe and step inside the world they don't want you to see.
The ex-First Lady has been dazzling the world with one unbelievable bombshell after another regarding her son Barron Trump in a shocking live interview. It's not your ordinary celebrity sit-down. Instead, it's an exclusive chance to uncover more about the Trump clan than ever before. Let's take a look at Melania's journey, from her unusual background to her position in the White House that set the stage for this historic revelation, before delving into this groundbreaking revelation. Early life, Melania Trump was born in Savinica, Slovenia in 1917. Her early years were a far cry from the glitz and glamour she is now familiar with. She was raised in a small apartment block called Nazala Hohemark, where her mother was a good fashion designer and her father was a chauffeur. The quiet persistence of the family is attested to by the fact that her father baptized her and her siblings secretly into Catholicism. In spite of the atheist Slovenian government and their humble means, Melania's family went on excursions to Europe from time to time, a rarity in her region, and enabled her to view life beyond her tiny village. Melania was creative, even at a young age. Her professional fashion career was spotted when she and her friends exhibited local materials at small fashion shows. Following in her mother's footsteps, Melania also started designing and sewing her own clothing. Her love for fashion continued to grow even more when her family relocated to a two-story house in Sevnica in her teenage years. Her initial encounter with American politics was with the establishment of CNN International in 1985, when she developed an unforeseen passion for the Reagan administration and gained an early yearning to reside in the United States. Melania, who had to endure lengthy train rides to develop her artistic skills, left Sevnica at the age of 15 to pursue studies at the prestigious High School of Design and Photography in Ljubljana. Her initial foray into new territory occurred when she signed up in the Faculty of Architecture and Civil Engineering to pursue a degree in architecture upon graduating with honors. Determined to make it happen, she dedicated herself to her studies with an unremitting zeal. Little did she know that this trip would set her up to become one of the most well-known women in the United States, connecting her humble beginnings to an unlikely place in American history. Politics and style collide. Melania had started her model career at the age of 16, concentrating on the United States. She gained a place in a large modeling contract upon finishing in second place in Slavic contest for GEA magazine's Look of the Year. It appears that this period she fell out of contact with most of her old peers, maintaining only a few close friends. Her life took a radical turn when, in 1995, she met Paolo Gemelini, a prominent figure in the Milan fashion world and a friend of Donald Trump. Inspired by Zampellini, Melania took it upon herself to go to New York City, holding low-key to avoid compromising her privacy and furthering her career. Years later, during Trump's election campaign, a 1997 photo shoot on behalf of French magazine Max came into public view, attracting unexpected media attention. The history of the photos, which documented Melania's transition from model to celebrity, created an enormous interest in her life. When Melania first met Donald Trump during a meeting in 1998, she impressed him by requesting his phone number rather than hers. This initial encounter was the start of a turbulent romance with its share of peaks and valleys. After Trump spent time with his ex, Melania briefly broke up with him. However, they reunited quickly and became close enough for their relationship to become a pivotal part of her private life and career. Melania kept on modeling when she was dating Trump, but she eventually prioritized her public relationship. She landed major covers, such as the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue and a politicized GQ photo shoot. As the media scrutiny mounted, she moved in with Trump in Trumptown when she was issued a green card in 2001, which established her permanent resident status. She became more active in Trump's life, making appearances on his television show, The Apprentice, and balancing her participation in his public life with the rising fame of her own. The world was fascinated by what question arose in the case of Melania as their relationship evolved. What would the First Lady derive from this shimmering modeling marriage? On the illustrious Magella, and coincidentally also Melania's, 34th birthday, Donald Trump asked her out on April 26, 2004. Trump, being a doer, felt that Melania's down-to-earth calming nature would make the ideal match for his outgoing lifestyle. Their marriage was finalized in a prenuptial agreement, with no hesitation, with Trump's personal and professional aspirations at stake. Melania wore a beautiful John Galliano wedding gown, and the extravagant planning took her on a Paris trip with fashion giants Anna Wintour and André Leontal. Melania outrightly turned down Trump's proposal to televise their extravagant Mar-a-Lago revelry after their January 22, 2005 wedding at Bethesda by the Sea Church in Palm Beach. As Armchair Bello, she cherished the secrecy of the historic event. Since their marriage, Melania and Trump have split their time between 3 opulent mansions: Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, Mar-a-Lago in Florida, and Trump Tower in New York City. For the sake of a private sanctuary amidst the bustle of city life, Melania even constructed a personal spa at Trump Tower, with Trump, a well-known workaholic who is usually beset by his business concerns. Their unconventional domestic setup provided each wife with a degree of autonomy. Although it attracted inquisitive stares, Melania was happy with the situation, conducting her personal life in public with dignity and staying below the radar. They liked this arrangement, and Melania accommodated Trump's professional ambitions in her own dignified way. She regularly made quick but gracious appearances at his functions, and then discreetly disappeared into the background. As Donald's wife, Melania assumed the stepmother's role to his 4 kids from his other marriages: Tiffany, Eric, Ivanka, and Donald Jr. When Melania and Donald started dating, Tiffany was only 6 years old. They grew close, and Melania would frequently offer her advice as she aged. The pair later revealed their joyful pregnancy, and Melania welcomed her path to motherhood with cheer. Gracing the cover of Vogue, Melania had her family, particularly her sister Inez, who relocated to New York, assist her in preparation for her new role. Her life as Mrs. Trump gained more significance when she started this new journey, balancing her public service duties, wife responsibilities, and challenges of her marriage as she waited for the arrival of Barron Trump. Would you like to attend Donald and Melania's wedding? Let us hear what you have to say by leaving a comment below. Barron Trump is born. Melania Trump welcomed her son Barron William Trump on March 20, 2006. His name selection was telling. Donald selected Barrow, named after the pseudonym he used in his PR work, and Melania selected William as his middle name. Melania embraced her role as a mother and decided to leave the spotlight. In order to take care of raising the Barron, author Kate Benanet asserts Melania did most of the childcare duties herself. Donald has stated that due to his hectic work schedule and history of raising older kids, he would not be as involved. Melania assented to this and later said that she would rather do parenting chores by herself, even excluding Donald from normal activities like changing diapers. Donald's social life drew more attention, with Melania's public image dwindling. Resembling his infamous past, he could be seen with supermodels and other popular women. Later, scandals broke out of Donald's extramarital relationships with Playboy model Karen McDougal and adult film star Stormy Daniels. Even Daniels alleged that Trump's lawyers paid her hush money to silence her so the scandal would not come to light. Melania allegedly worried about the damage to her marriage and the potential backlash for the Barron due to these legal issues, and the media show that arose as a consequence. Amidst these publicized scandals, Melania's joint appearance with Donald stoked gossip about the alleged strains within their relationship and how she was navigating her dual capacities as a wife and mother. Melania herself was presumably unaware of Donald's intense interactions with other women, including ones that would later accuse him of adultery. This ignorance apparently placed her in the challenging position of juggling her anxiety with concealing the sensitive dynamics of their household from the Baron. Melania was naturalized as a U.S. citizen in July 2006, a pivotal moment in her American life. She then assisted her parents in immigrating to the U.S. via family sponsorship, also called chain migration, a phenomenon that Donald ironically fought during his tenure. Melania also communicated in Slavic and English with the Baron and had dual citizenship in Slovenia and America on top of her role as First Lady. She was reported to have picked her friends cautiously, having a limited number of close friends, and tried to establish her own identity by trademarking her name. She planned to launch a skincare line named Melania Marks in 2011, but the brand's subsequent distribution was put under wraps due to legal problems. Rumors surrounding Barron Trump's history. Melania Trump nearly entirely redirected her focus to being a mother as Barron Trump matured. She even shut down her jewelry shop to devote all her time to raising her son. Her dedication to family and privacy has distinguished her from the spotlight, generating interest in her parenting. There have been fabricated rumors through the years, with some wondering about the Baron's paternity, but they are false. The physical resemblance between the father and son is uncanny. Trump's tall height, white skin, and distinctive blonde hair are only a few of the features the Baron has inherited. He turned 18 on March 20, 2024, and it was a significant point in his life. Melania has tried hard to prevent him from making a media appearance. In the early years, the media generally gave the Baron room to have his privacy during Donald Trump's time in office, and only occasionally saw him make public appearances, often at family events. The rare privilege of having a relatively normal childhood was provided to Barron through this insulation from public and press intrusion, which is not typical for children of political figures. Because of Melania's guardian nature, Barron's appearances were controlled and regulated, giving glimpses of his life without too much drama. Because of the balance this well-regulated appearance provided, Barron was able to create his own identity independent of the public eye. Speculation about the future of Barron will always exist. People question whether he will follow in his father's or brother's footsteps, and maybe enter into the business or political realms. For the time being, Barron has kept his intentions hidden and his future secret. Following 2002-24, Barron was able to get through a year of school at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School prior to transferring to the Washington, D.C. area. Columbia. When Melania decided to remain with him in New York upon Donald Trump becoming president, the move showed Melania's dedication to protecting the Baron during a period of upheaval. The Baron has been able to keep a level of secrecy that isolates him from the more vocal members of the family. He has an air of reserve that indicates a man gradually accepting his role in the Trump lineage. Don't leave, please. The surprising facts regarding the Baron and Donald Trump's connection will be uncovered in the following section. Don't forget to like this video. Let's continue. Donald's son is not Barron Trump. When the Baron made his move from Manhattan to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Patamac, Maryland, just a quick drive from the White House, his scholastic journey took a new direction. The Baron was the first child president in over 30 years who didn't go to Sidwell Friends School, a convention that other presidential families have long observed. Melania Trump has highlighted her diligent choice of Barron's education, publicly complimenting St. Andrews for its welcoming environment and commitment to academic success. In West Palm Beach, Florida, close to Mar-a-Lago, where the Trump family relocated in 2019, Barron subsequently attended Oxbridge Academy on August 2021. Speculation about Barron's college options has already occurred, since he will be graduating on May 2024. Others have even proposed that Melania could shift to his college to set a new family hub. Barron's paternity has not ceased to be controversial despite his private life. In 2019, Donald Trump issued a strange comment that triggered these claims. He identified Barron as the son of Melania during the vaping scandal discussion, generating media interest. As MSNBC's Micah Brzezinski reported, Trump's words implied that Barron was mostly Melania's to care for, and this has reignited the existing paternity scandal. The phrasing has fueled additional speculation on the internet regarding Barron's role within the Trump family, but many have brushed off the claims as unsubstantiated. When humorist John Hanson faced criticism in 2020 for a Father's Day tweet stating Barron perhaps does not know who his biological father is, Hanson defended the statement by claiming it was an insult aimed at Donald M. Barron. Yet, Melania's team promptly issued a statement, denouncing it as thoughtless and improper. Barron's guarded entry into the limelight is undoubtedly motivated by Melania, who is widely known for her advocacy of children's welfare and her friendly attitude on social media. To balance his unique status as the son of a former president, Barron has successfully had a private, earthy existence, due to her willingness to keep him out of the public eye. Barron has managed to cope with these crises with some degree of restraint, which differentiates him from other celebrity kids, owing to efforts by Melania. Melania. Trump has long been stubborn about Barron's social media presence, insisting that her son does not have a social media presence. By staying clear of social media, Barron has been spared the typical pressures that come with being a famous teen and is able to have some level of privacy that his mother feels is important in raising him. Melania's commitment to ensuring Barron has a safe platform free of online insults is evident from her guard-like behavior, which is in complete contrast to the public lifestyles of other political dynasties. Nevertheless, the parents of Barron have had some reservations regarding his sporting participation. In spite of advances in protective equipment, Donald Trump openly showed worry in 2018 regarding Barron's potential engagement in playing soccer because of the high risk of head injuries and concussions in the sport. Donald highlighted his fears as a father concerning the participation of his son in such a violent sport, reflecting the overall concern of parents regarding the safety of children. Due to this fear, the family had an implied rule: no football. Instead, Donald and Melania encouraged Barron to attempt less dangerous sports, which ultimately led him to football. Barron's introduction to football opened up new possibilities and experiences for him that would form his early life. He joined D.C., sporting the number 81 jersey and playing midfield in the United Under-12 football team. In this activity, Barron was able to nurture his passion for the sport in a safe environment. When he encountered his idol footballer Wayne Rooney at a White House Christmas party in 2018, his passion for the sport was heightened to another level. The Rooneys chose Barron particularly, setting aside their political viewpoints to fan the young player's enthusiasm for the sport. Barron's stint in D.C. once the family relocated to Mar-a-Lago, he initially enrolled at Oxbridge Academy in Houston Beach, Florida, where he was part of the football squad. Along with enhancing his physical skills, his sports interest has provided him with the opportunity to be part of an encouragement group, to be able to form friendships outside of the limelight his family receives. Barron exposes natural talent for technology. With his passion for sports comes Barron Trump's exposure to natural talent for technology, surprising everyone with his early proficiency. Barron accompanied his father to a rally in Las Vegas at the age of 13, a sight that does not commonly occur. Donald Trump himself bragged about the technical skills of his son during his address, claiming that his son was able to design a website better than several industry professionals. This was not a one-time occurrence, Trump stated. "My young son Barron can get his computer to sing." Following Donald's further highlighting of Barron's computer skills at the Conservative Political Action Conference, humorously describing an experience in which Barron had broken into his secure computer. In addition to the family's public image, these comments presented publicly the emerging abilities of Barron and the pride of Donald in his computer whiz persona. While Barron was low-key during his dad's reign, he now makes a statement in his appearance, as well as in his subdued demeanor. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches, Barron is the tallest Trump offspring, bigger than his dad, Donald, at 6 feet 3 inches, and his mom, Melania, 5 feet 11 inches. His peculiar height has also added to his unique looks, setting him apart physically and emotionally from his family. While most of the president's kids love the limelight, Barron is mostly kept away from the public eye, much to his credit and largely because Melania wants to keep him private. Her protective nature has enabled Barron to focus on his interests, both in sports and in technology, without being subjected to undue attention. Although Barron's interests have shown us glimpses of his nature, he remains to some extent still an enigma. His technical skills, athleticism, and strange physical characteristics tell us about a man who was raised in atypical conditions. Donald brags about Barron's talent, but both parents have gone to great lengths to keep Barron's life secret so he might grow up independently. Barron has completed high school and will be joining a new school soon. Speculation runs rampant about his future, but for the time being, he appears content to follow his interests in private and chart his own course outside of the limelight of his celebrity family. In this video, we reveal the reality of the rumors surrounding the Barron Trump saga. Do you want to know what this family does next? If you're a subscriber to our channel, you'll get amazing revelations about every single member of the Trump family. The truth will blow your mind. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the bell after subscribing to get updates on our latest videos. While many of the president's children enjoy the spotlight, Barron has largely remained out of the public eye, largely due to Melania's commitment to protecting his privacy. Her protective demeanor has allowed Barron to pursue his passions, both in sports and technology, away from unnecessary scrutiny. Though Barron's interests have indicated something of his character, he remains a bit of an enigma. His technical skills, athleticism, and unusual physical appearance talk of a sophisticated man who was brought up in extraordinary conditions. Donald is proud to claim Barron's talents, but both parents have taken care to guard Barron's privacy so that he may grow up independently. Rumors abound about this family of scumbags. Barron has graduated from high school and will soon be starting a new school. Rumors abound about his future, but for now, he seems happy to pursue his passions privately and forge his own path away from the spotlight of his famous family. In this video, we uncover the truth behind the rumors swirling around the Barron Trump story. Are you curious about what this family will do next? If you subscribe to our channel, you will see stunning revelations about each member of the Trump family. Truly, you will be shocked. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the bell after subscribing to get updates on our latest videos. While many of the president's children enjoy the spotlight, Barron has largely remained out of the public eye, largely due to Melania's commitment to protecting his privacy. Her watchful personality has enabled Barron to follow his interests, both sports and technology, out of the spotlight, where they are not subject to undue scrutiny. As revealing as Barron's interests have been in terms of unveiling parts of his personality, he remains somewhat of a mystery. His technical acumen, athleticism, and distinctive physical characteristics speak of a multidimensional man who developed under unconventional circumstances. Donald is proud of Barron's talents, but both parents have gone to great lengths to shield Barron from the public eye so that he can grow up independently. Barron graduated from high school and will soon be beginning a new school. Speculation runs rampant about what he will do next, but for now, he appears content to follow his interests in private and blaze his own trail out of the glare of his celebrity family. In this video, we expose the truth about the rumors circulating about the Barron Trump tale. Do you want to know what this family is going to do next? If you subscribe to our channel, you will witness breathtaking revelations regarding all of the Trump family members. In all honesty, you will be amazed. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to tap the bell after subscribing so that you get notifications on our latest videos.